Good morning. I'm Ross with Future Wood. We're out here in Washburn County, Wisconsin, on a timber sale here that Terry and his boys are cutting, and basically just everything electronically. We got here the hard copy map we put onto fancy iPhone, and it's referenced, so it's showing right here. We're right in front of this clear cut, along with the sorts for the loggers, and that way there's less room for error. Potentially gives you an idea where you're at, what you got cut already.
So make sure they're cutting right.
Correct. And then if you want to see where you're at and spin around, you tap this twice, and you can show the direction that you want to go.
It's all high tech nowadays.
All high tech. This, that.
Nice.
You can do distances, areas, acreages, all that fancy type stuff there. So
cool.
Pretty cool.
What are they primarily taking here?
So basically the sale altogether, I think, is 3,660 cords of wood, 45,000 feet of logs. And basically there's two types of cuts out here. This cut out in front of us here is aspen clear cut. So they're harvesting all merchantable aspen, oak, and mixed hardwood, and reserving all conifers, oak over 14 inches, along with X marks trees, so as the reserves. Just to break up the aesthetics of the clear cut.
So then, are you the one that marks it, or somebody else marks it?
No, so this is Washburn County. So Washburn County set up the timber sale.
And we're going to get to talk to the Washburn County Forester today, correct?
I hope so. Yes,
Yeah.
I believe so.
Cool.
And you can ask them some more questions, but they basically set it up, and then individuals, companies can bid on the timber sale. We were a successful bidder on this, so that's why we are cutting this sale.
So then you contracted to Forester, or Foster's do the
correct
subcontract.
They're working for Future Wood.
Yep, we
on
have
this job.
subcontracted loggers that work for us to
Good.
complete the sale. So yeah, this is an example of the clear cut I just mentioned, and then the other that we'll look at is a thinning select cut area. So that's just harvesting all orange mark trees. So
How many acres total is this area?
I would have to take a look. I want to say it's 99 acres, I believe.
Total cut?
Total cut. I'll have to take a look at the map. I can't quite remember offhand. But
99 is pretty accurate.
3,600 cords, that's a decent sale, though.
yeah, I think it comes out on paper just under 26 cords per acre, average between thinning and clear cut. Which
Is that a good rate as far as
that's
volume?
a good? Yeah, that's a good.
What's really high and what's really low?
The highest I've seen, you do a final cut like on a red pine plantation or an aspen clear cut. I've seen 60 cords per acre.
Wow.
Red pine thinning, but that's just super thick.
Is it usually
tall
more like plantation pine?
plantation?
And it's tall wood, too. There's a lot of sticks in a tree.
Yeah, you get 8-9 sticks into some of those trees that you can, that are merchantable.
That's gravy wood, man. That's the stuff I like to cut.
Exactly.
Everybody does.
You just spin the process around and then call it a day right there. You got mountains of work.
Right.
So.
Yeah, them guys, I know guys that they get in stuff like that and they'll pump out 100 cords a day. I mean, it's just incredible the volume they put out. They're cutting 16 footers too, usually for viewers or whatever,
Yep,
I
absolutely.
mean, it's like a salad shooter, just choom, choom, choom. It's like, my God, did they put the wood out?
Yes, exactly. They come out of the processor and they're smiling pretty good.
Well, let's go for a walk.
Okay.
So here we're in the thinning portion of a cut where the prescription is cut all orange mark trees. So everything that you see with orange marks gets cut. It seems a bit excessive right here because it's kind of an aspen pocket right here, a lot of aspen trees. So they did that on purpose. They individually marked them, and so they could leave some of them, because if you just did a clear cut, you get aspen back. In this particular spot, they want this to stay as an oak and hardwood stand, so that's why they marked even all the aspen trees and certain ones to stay. Otherwise, if you get too much sunlight in there, then aspen will come back. If you leave a good sized canopy, then more oak and hardwood regeneration will come
This is
back.
some nice full timber too. I mean, look at you got what, 30 some feet before you see a branch. That's nice timber. I wish I could cut in here.
Now,
Yeah, I'm used to cutting brushy junk. Flammable River State Forest.
Sure.
Junk.
Yeah. And then we're right on the edge of a pocket of aspen right there. That's you know,
so
probably
how old do you think that popple regen is right there?
that popple regen. That's probably, I would guess, 30 years old,
That's what I was
somewhere
guessing.
around in there.
I was
So
guessing that's 30-year-old popple over there.
yep, and that's nicer quality, some of yellow popple, you know, so they could even push that out as far as rotating. In other words, cut it probably, you know, 40 to 50 years. So another 20 years or so, that'd probably
Weed
be
in the
ready.
garden. That's all we're doing is weed in the garden, right?
Yep.
Basically, but it's a long garden. It's an
I always
old
say
growth
the average
garden.
person really has no concept of how much wood there is in the woods, how fast it goes back, and how good it is for the woods to be thinned and propagated in a way that you get the best timber from it, right?
Right, right.
The average person doesn't know that. Just think, oh, they're killing all the
So
trees.
why didn't they mark this skanky thing here?
That's a good question.
I mean, that's the kind of stuff. Normally, you take that out.
Yep. You know,
That's junk.
yeah, normally maybe they missed it or they left it on purpose. Sometimes they do that as far as they call it a den tree.
Well, I was gonna say it's a
So
squirrel tree. Yeah.
Exactly. For wildlife, it holds wildlife, squirrels or owls or
Right,
porcupines, raccoons, anything in nature. And that's
Wood-
good that you mentioned that, Chris.
woodpeckers.
Yeah, exactly. Chris, as far as a crop. So basically, you're going through here and you're thinning this out. You're pruning the final crop. So you're taking all the junk out, leaving the nicer trees to get bigger and larger. More volume, more
More
money they're
valuable.
worth, more valuable.
Just like
Exactly.
when you weed a garden, you
Yep.
take the weeds out.
It's
Yep.
like when you thin your carrots.
That's right.
What we're doing.
And then you want the good genetics to stay and throw off acorn crop and regenerate from the ground, because you want that good genetic trees to be left. Take the junk out of there. So,
He's a whipping her.
oh yeah,
Yeah, we gotta get over where the action's happening.
that's right. That's right.
Get
Sure,
it. Let's go over there, get some action.
sure.
I know Travis, but I don't know the grandkids. So this is Buck. He's Washburn County Forester, correct?
Yeah,
And you're
pretty
gonna
much.
scale up some logs here that the Foster's cut and
Yep,
give us a little demonstration on scaling logs.
sure. Yeah, this of course is scale stick. Basically, what it has dimensions here, you know, for different lengths of logs. You know, I'm scaling 8-foot logs here today, and we consider a log anything 10 inches and up, you know, suitable for sawing. So yeah, anything 10 inches is 30 feet, even 11 inches is 30 feet, and just on up the stick according to
The loggers
diameter.
call that a swindle stick.
I probably do. I don't know if I'm a good operator or not, but
Well, you do
I'll
it for
give
a
it a
living. I bet you know what you're doing.
I've scaled a few feet. Yeah,
A few
Yeah,
million probably.
yeah,
Tens
yeah.
of millions probably.
Yeah, this is my 20th year with Washburn County, and that's our policy that we scale the logs before they leave, and
Right.
that we charge off our scale. But yeah, it's you know, there's times you have to make deduction, you know, for rot or sweep, but yeah, I think anything 50% sound or better, one side clear.
And what about some of these ones that got cracks in them? What do you do with those?
It depends how bad the crack is.
Like this one right here.
Yeah,
Right here. What do you do with something like that?
I don't do a whole lot.
Hopefully,
You know, like that should be definitely in the trim, should come out. You know, this is a little bit more severe.
right?
Again, hopefully that'll clear up in the trim, but you know, if it's real severe, I'll either exit out as a bolt or something,
Right.
or pulp, or make a deduction. You know, it's kind of guess your best.
Right.
That,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
always a guessing game. I mean, I
Yeah.
know I've
Yeah.
been around the business.
Yeah, and you can see here with this log, you got a little bit of sweep. So something like that, I'd probably take 10 feet off when,
Right.
you know, deduct. It's hard, you know, anything that's tucked in the bottom of the pile.
Right. How you take a grade when you're looking at a bucket?
It's pretty, yeah, it's pretty tough. But,
So how does your stick work? What do you do?
well, what I do, again, you're measuring, you know, inside the bark, you know, basically the shortest distance across. We consider you got to have 10 inches both ways or better to make a log. So here it doesn't quite make 50 feet. So if it was a completely straight log, I would scale it as 40 feet. But in this case, it's got some sweep, so I'd probably go back to 30
Knock it down to a 30
I'd
footer.
give it 30 feet, yeah. So I write this scale on there, put it on my paper, and
So you just mark every single one of them.
Every log
Yep.
is measured, yes.
yeah, I think,
Now, is there any veneer in here or no?
well, we don't grade.
You don't grade veneer?
No, it's just a scale.
Let the sawmill handle that?
Yeah, I'm not qualified,
Oh, sure, sure.
and nor do they want me to be.
They don't
So,
want you.
no. So we're just strictly doing the scale, and it's bought on a per 1,000-foot basis. So I can go over the timber sale sheet, the prospectus that we have.
All right, we looked at it with Ross, or
Yep.
he showed us the map. And,
Okay. Oh, you did that already. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Basically, we sell everything. Pulpwood is all by ton, and then we take out an estimate for saw.
Right.
You know, mixed hardwood, red oak. You know,
Now, where do these logs go from here? What?
I think Ross just said they're going to go to Norton's sawmill and Spooner. It's kind of a family-operated sawmill.
Okay. And what about like bolts?
This crew isn't sorting bolts. Apparently, they're running all that into as pulpwood, which is uncommon. I think most outfits do sort
Yeah,
bolts.
usually.
Yep.
These guys usually do too. I don't. Must be what they want.
Yeah, I think Futurewood might want the
Futurewood wants that
run
tonnage.
get that pulpwood in. I know they have a good contract for
And
it.
that could
so-
be too that the bolt mills are not paying as much as maybe the pulp is paying.
Right.
Sometimes that goes both ways, you know.
Yeah, and that's probably a question Ross could
Either or,
answer
yeah.
for you. But again,
right.
you know, there you got the 30 feet. You got two, 10 and 11 inch both, or 30 foot. So again, I'll mark that as 30 feet, and put it on a tally sheet. And at the end of the day,
There's your oak. Now you got some white ash here.
right. So that'll fall under the mixed hardwood category.
Okay.
So anything that's red maple, sugar maple, anything else
Right.
will fall under mix.
Can
So
you just shut off? It just beeped.
It's the other camera.
Well, that was this one shut off.
Uh-oh.
It already shut off. I thought I shut it off.
I was gonna say, did I do that? No, again, there's a small one there. It's 30 feet. 30 feet. Again.
So after you do this long enough, you probably can just look and even though you're measuring, just to verify, right?
Yeah. Sometimes you get a log in a pile, you can't quite get a stick on,
Might
and
be a 9.5-er.
yeah, you just gotta guess.
You pump it
Yeah.
up to 30.
Yeah, I try to be as fair as I can, and I've had very few complaints over the years, which
Yeah, we used to swing
which
logs
I hope is good.
back when I worked for Verso. It was Consolidated, still had all the land.
Right.
We were bringing all our logs into the yard in Fifield.
Sure. Yep.
So we'd had log buyers from all over would come in and, you know, I would be turning logs all day. It's like, geez.
Yep.
And every
Yeah.
once in a while, he'd have a really nice log, and he would mark it. I'd go, come on, I know it's better than that. You know, then he would change it.
Yeah.
Watch them log buyers. You
I
know.
was gonna say I don't want to disparage any log buyers, but they're like the used car salesmen of the.
Yep, that's a fact.
Do they wear short ties too?
Yeah, yeah. No,
Ties, what does that mean?
Used car salesmen usually have a short tie,
Oh.
short sleeve shirt. Doesn't really fit them really well because it doesn't make much money.
Oh. Yeah, I don't
No.
know. I'd go that low. So we're on the job?
Yeah, this is Washburn County Forest. It's about 7,000 acre block that we've been managing. I'm thinking something over 30 years for grouse. It's been all broke up into smaller clear cuts to get that aspen regen to come back, which is
right behind us.
yeah.
That's some
You can see
regeneration.
it, yeah, and of course we got a fresh cut right out here. And this is, you know, kind of the size that we've been managing throughout the years. And this sale is actually the last of the old aspen in this block.
Okay.
If you were to travel this block, and you've probably seen some on your way in,
Oh yeah.
various age classes of aspen that you know, probably goes back close to 35 years. So, and this is the last of the sales for
This is
that old age class.
So
Yep.
when is this going to be cut again? What's the?
Well, we're in about a 50-year rotation on aspen, but we're kind of tweaking that a little bit, maybe to a little bit younger than that actually, 45.
No, you guys come and take, like I see a stand of like some pine back over here. Will that ever be thinned out?
Yeah,
eventually?
yeah,
Little
we
patches here and there. And,
yeah we even have, there's a lot of hardwood, a lot of oak in this patch that we've thinned, you know, managed for you know, for saw timber.
and this load of basswood here, this is going to go to a local mill, right?
This will go to Louisiana Pacific and Hayward for make siding out of it.
Okay, it goes
that-
in that smart siding.
smart
I got
siding.
that on my house. That's
You
good
do?
stuff. It's
Yeah.
expensive
A
though.
lot of people like it. We've got it on our office.
Yeah, you
We
do?
just built a new office.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, we're
Yeah, and here's that
With
bark
local.
we were talking about.
yeah, it's
It's
stringy.
like rope, and it plugs up all the conveyor belts at the mills. They hate
Yeah.
the bark. The wood
Yeah.
is good. It's that bark that causes a lot of problems.
Yeah, I think they've years ago. I remember when LP had tweaked their you know, their debarkers so it could take that bark off, and they could utilize the basswood, because a long time we had no market for basswood pulp.
Yes, I know.
We left it
took
in the
a lot
woods.
of it. We took a lot of it in Fifield, and we
Yep.
sent it to Rapids, and they liked the wood if they didn't have any bark on it.
Yeah, they say it makes a great chip. Fiber's good, but
Yes.
the bark is the problem.
Bark is nothing but a pain.
Yeah.
I've been sewing quite a bit of basswood for campfire wood because
Sure.
it's light and burns easy. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it goes up quick. Yeah.
burns. Well, for campfires, doesn't matter. You want flames. You don't
Yeah.
want you know, be like locust or oak where it takes forever to burn. You want flames.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yep.
pine,
Yeah.
poplar.
Oh, sure. Throw
Yeah,
some
he's
heat.
got a big campfire market where he's at. He's got people
Yeah.
sitting in their backyards. You know, he's got
Right.
a whole Fox Valley down there.
You know, we're seeing a lot of that pop up around here too now, that people are just putting out stands for campfire wood.
Yeah, I got a little stand in front of my
Yeah.
house. I sell a little bit, not a lot.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, but
Some extra beer money.
That's about it. Beer money.
good cash money.
There you go. Good deal.